What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, and today we're going to do a full day of eating on the rest day. Do you agree? So before it's my turn to eat, of course someone more important is going to eat first. Little Dexter. So here we actually have some cream of rice with a little bit of whey. And he really wants to eat now. So yeah, this is just cream of rice and some little bit of whey, just some, the cream of rice, by the way, is brown rice blended up. So we get some fibers as well. And he also gets some protein, and he gets an apple or a pear or banana with this, so he gets his fruits in as well. So, now that he has eaten, we can actually get started on our own diet. And by the way, there also was a spoonful of macadamia nut butter in here. So as we all know, macadamia nut oil is one of the most healthy, most beneficial oils there is. And macadamia nut butter or paste is also with the same properties compared to like peanut butter or something. And this brand called de olienoot, which means the oil nut in Dutch, is pretty much the best brand here in the Netherlands that provides incredible nut butters, nuts, chocolates, anything like that of the highest possible quality. For example, the chocolate they use is also from kcal, which I will show you that I'm using in my breakfast as well. Highest possible quality with the highest amount of phytonutrients. So let's get started on the breakfast. Alright, so breakfast has been made, and this is actually the chocolate I was talking about. So it's right here. So kcal chocolate, premium Belgium chocolate, Power 80, stands for 80% dark chocolate. And this, as you can see here, the temperature chart, that basically tells you that it's never gone above a certain temperature, which means it has kept all of its phytonutrients, which chocolate actually has a whole lot. So the darker the chocolate, the more of the cacao is left, the higher the percentage of cacao basically, and the more of those minerals, vitamins, phytonutrients are available. But yeah, chocolate is very good for nitric oxide production also in the muscles, in the bloodstream, which causes a better pump, and all of antioxidants, etc. But this is the breakfast I was talking about. In my lean bulking video, I said you need to have a good, delicious, big breakfast to get your calories in easy for the day. So this already is a big boost in calories. So what do we have? 130 grams of cream of rice, the same kind that the Dexter had, so with the brown rice, a little bit more fiber. Put in 100 grams of mango. Actually, I prefer strawberries or raspberries, but we didn't have them anymore. So just put in some frozen mango. And of course, also the protein source is some authentic Islip Eject Factory. Look at that flavor, guys. Chocolate and peanut butter. I made a whey paste of it, as you can see. So this is a paste of whey, which I'm going to put this in the fridge, this in the freezer. I'm going to be walking outside for 20 minutes. And then this is a bit more solid. So right now it's kind of liquidy. Then it gets to a more solid form, a less liquid form, to form a nice paste over this after they come out of the fridge and freezer again. So first walk outside, fasted of course, because I haven't eaten yet. I already drank a liter of water, and then have this delicious breakfast. Okay, time for a little walk outside, just 20 minutes. So I do every single day on the off season, and when I'm doing contest prep, it's gonna go up to 30 maybe, but 20 minutes is the minimum. And of course, little Dexter is also enjoying the walk. Alright, I just got back from the walk. And before I have my breakfast, which is quite big, I want to start the day off right with green surge. Real quick, this might not sound delicious, but it actually is. So I actually ran out of this last month. and I was missing it every single morning because of the incredible flavors. It's a great start to the day because of the digestive enzymes and because it's a super green powder blend. There are also some very various phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals from the fruits and vegetables that are in here in dried form. Obviously, not a replacement for whole foods, which I always recommend with every single meal, but because of the combination with the digestive enzymes, it's a great start before having a big breakfast in the off season. All right, now this is the end result. Just look at this, guys. Just amazing. Just looking at this, knowing how delicious it's going to be, is a treat to start this off season. The macros and calories are down in the description below, but trust me, this is an incredible start of the day. And about 3 hours later, I'll have my next meal, and then about 2 to 3 hours every time in between every meal until I reach 6 meals. But let's enjoy this first. Time for meal number 2. So it's about 3 hours later, as I mentioned. This is the biggest meal, the breakfast, so I need a little more time to digest it. But I'm quite hungry again. I mean, appetite is at least quite high. Dexter is sound asleep. And now it's time for meal number 2, so let me show you what that's about. So right here we have the protein source, just a little bit of tuna steak. Now I told you guys I'm lowering the amount of tuna and fish in general because of the mercury, but every now and then, maybe like once a week literally, I have these tuna steaks. We also have this crock pot with lots of golden rice in there. So this is for 3 meals. 3 times 130 grams of dry rice. That's about 3 times as much in here. So gonna measure it out in just a second. Really recommend getting something like this, guys. It's amazing. The vegetables, about 100 grams of cucumber. Low FODMAP, which means it's easy to digest. It won't sit on my stomach. And the next 4 meals, at least the next 3 meals will have vegetables as well. Maybe one of them will have some fruits instead of vegetables, we'll see. So let's combine all of this and see the end result. And this is the final result. We have the tuna steaks in a total 250 grams, 130 grams of rice, which translated to 420 grams of cooked rice, 100 grams of cucumber. The yellow color is of course from turmeric, making it golden rice, way more anabolic than regular white rice. And we also added some Himalayan pink salt. And that's meal number 2. Macros, calories down below in the description. Another 2 hours later, little Dexter is still sleeping. I think he's gonna wake up any minute now. So this is meal number 3. So again, the same amount of rice, 420 grams. And this is basmati rice, by the way, which is this brand. It's Tilda, just basmati rice. As you can see, it's not loose rice, no individual grains. As you can see, they're stuck together a little bit. So I kind of like that right now. But I also have this option, long grain rice, and these will be individual grains apart from each other. Compared to this, which kind of lumps together. So depending on what kind of structure of rice you like, you can always opt for different versions. Obviously the yellow color from turmeric, the vegetable source. I steamed some carrots. So this is about 200 grams of carrots. Also low FODMAP, just delicious, tastes really good, goes very well with this rice. The protein source, right here in the air fryer, 200 grams of Indian butter flavored chicken. This is by Muscle Meat. This is a Dutch website where you can buy meat that is already done, already cooked. All you need to do is warm it up. And the air fryer is the perfect way to warm up these chicken pieces. So combining it together will give me meal number 3. The next meal is upon us. Meal number 4 already. The last traditional rice meal, so 2 more meals after this. And yes, I'm wearing my blue light blocking glasses. If you look closely, you can see a little of a yellow orangey tint. That tells you that it blocks blocks out part of the blue light being emitted from, for example, as you can see in the glasses already, the reflection from the screen from this camera. Blue light, TV is blue light, the phone is blue light, laptop, any screen is blue light, which fools your body, your brain into thinking it's still daylight because the sky is normally also blue light. We evolved to correlate that with daytime, and then the production of melatonin is decreased. And in order to fool your body that it's not daytime anymore, fooling it like this, you wear these glasses. Anyway, let me show you this meal. So the protein source, 250 grams of shrimp. If you like to eat fish sources, shrimps, so actually this is shellfish, but shrimps are an awesome source, very low in heavy metals like mercury. In here we once again have the carrots. So we have carrots there, a little bit of bell pepper here, both low FODMAP vegetables, guys. In this entire video you will only find low FODMAP vegetables. The mango from this morning was a bit higher FODMAP, which means it could bloat you a little bit, but it was only 100 grams, so it doesn't really matter. And then here is the 420 grams of cooked rice, which I'm going to show you right now. Would you look at this incredible meal? It looks colorful, also one of the easy ways to tell whether you're getting enough micronutrients in. If you go for whole natural foods and you choose for several different colors in a day of vegetables, fruits and other foods, those colors stand for the type of, for example, vitamins or phytonutrients that are in there, and the multiple different colors stand for different kind of nutrients, which means you get a broader scope of nutrients in. But anyway, once again, 420 grams of rice, 150 grams of carrots, you know, maybe 30 grams of bell pepper, 250 grams of the shrimps, and that's it. Some salt, some golden turmeric, and yeah, meal number 4, guys, meal number 4. And now it is time for meal number 3, and this won't be a rice meal, it's actually a cream of rice meal. And do you hear that sound? That sound is something to do with kind of a hack that I like to use to make these meals way more delicious. So the sound is coming from here. This is obviously a water cooker, normally used for tea, but I'm using it to blend it up right away with this powder, cream of rice mixed with the Jacked Factory Authentic ISO, of course. So when you already have the whey and the cream of rice mixed up with a whisker like this, also put in a little bit of salt, a little bit of psyllium husk, just a tiny bit for extra fibers, but then it's kind of a mixed powder. And then once you put this in, it's already at 100 degrees. All you have to do is put in like 500 mils in here, mix it up, and it's right away perfect. So let's do that right now. Okay, so putting the water in. I'm gonna go to about 600 mils here, just like that. What you wouldn't do then is just be careful mixing this up, because this container actually isn't quite big enough to do this very quickly, but that all makes the process even more smooth, because the smoothness of the cream of rice, that's what the consistency and actually the the enjoyment of the meal is all about. But as you can see right now, we pretty much have it, what we are looking for. So let me show you what this looks like. Kaboom! Look at that. Look at the smoothness of this cream of rice. Now, if you prefer, you can put this for 30 seconds in a microwave, for example, to firm it up just a bit more. But with this, we're going to mix some other ingredients as well. Okay, so I did mix some strawberries through this, around 150 grams. Adds obviously some vitamins, minerals, but in general, some wholesome foods to this. Also some healthy fiber as well. Now, Look inside this bag, guys. Look at that beauty. Calabash chocolate, 80% dark chocolate. Going to be adding around 15 grams to this meal. So, just right there in the middle. So you can eat around the chocolate and finish with the chocolate, which is by then nice and molten on top. So this is meal number 5. Alrighty, some nighttime cardio. Exactly what I do every single day, regardless of the off season or contest prep. The steps are all the same, pretty much. And whenever in the contest prep fat loss needs to speed up, I increase the amount of steps. But that's pretty much the only difference. I think walking during the off season is pretty much just as important as walking for contest prep for fat loss, but now it's important for digestion, for general health, heart health as well. And we all know that when you're in the off season as a bodybuilder, you weigh more, it weighs more on your internal system, all your organs. So it's very important to keep everything flowing, keep everything going efficiently, effectively, and it's just much better for growth. It allows me to eat more. I'm still quite lean, and I haven't told you guys yet, but I did weigh about 123.5 kilograms this morning, and the goal is to go towards 130 at least and maintain similar leanness. I don't want to gain too much fat if it's unnecessary. So slow and steady is the way, as long as it gets stronger, as long as I look visually bigger, and as long as the scale goes up a little bit every single time, then I'm happy this off season. It's going to be a long off season, so that's why we don't need to rush things, but everything that we do has to be of high quality. So let's finish this walk, then have the last move of the day, and then the most important thing of the night, the sleep. Alrighty, time for the last meal of the day, and as you can see, the protein source right here, some beautiful salmon. So this is Nordic salmon, the high fat salmon, and usually wild salmon, pink wild salmon or sockeye salmon for example, only has about 3 grams per 100 grams, so this is over 10 grams per 100 grams of fat, which is what I need before bed. This is pretty much the only meal that contains quite a lot of fat. The rest of the meals is mostly protein and carbohydrates. So 375 grams of salmon, so all of these 3 going to be in this meal. Why? High protein has been proven to be better to be taken before bed. If you take one high protein meal, have it before bed, because you sleep for 8 hours and not eat for like 10 hours. Having more protein then is more beneficial towards recovery and muscle growth, and the added fats will help slow down digestion as well, not cause any hunger in the night or the morning. And these omega-3 fatty acids are simply very healthy as well, good for the cholesterol, for the lipids, triglycerides, and insulin sensitivity, and they're just amazingly tasty. So yeah, that's the protein and fat source. Vegetable source, 200 grams of asparagus. Just gonna cut the ends off because those are inedible, they're very tough. Cutting this off, having the rest, about 200 grams. Gonna steam this in this microwave little container. Just gonna steam it for about 5.5 minutes in the microwave, and then also have a kiwi with it as well. A kiwi actually contains a little bit of melatonin, surprisingly. I think strawberries do as well, and some other fruits and maybe some other vegetables, but kiwi is in sleep studies, or sleep scientists actually recommend eating these before bed to help you sleep, and I've been doing this for months, if not years, so I never stopped taking this in the morning after training and at least before bed, and it has helped me tremendously. It tastes amazing, good vitamin C, good fiber, protein digesting enzymes as well inside the kiwi, but I leave the skin on for the fiber content and other mineral content as well. So yeah, let me show you the end result of this meal. Okay guys, so this is the final meal, just some salmon, so protein and fats, and the vegetables. Now when I was baking the salmon, some of the oils and the fats from the salmon was being leaked into the pan. what did I do? After the asparagus were done steaming, I threw those into the pan, and now these have the absorbed oil from the salmon, meaning no calorie is wasted in the pan. It's all being absorbed in this meal. Also, of course, this delicious kiwi will be part of this meal, and that's going to be it. So guys, that was the full day of eating on the rest day. Calories have been going up steadily compared to last time, for example. I'm also going to do a full day of eating on a training day, and also a full day of supplements. So none of the food, but actually all of the supplements that I use every single day, which is actually quite a lot at the Olympia level, not only for performance, but also for health. Those two go hand in hand. The more performance you want to give, the more health needs to be taken into account, because they both need to be optimal for being a successful bodybuilder. Don't forget to check out vintagegenetics.com for example, this oversized shirt in various designs, colors, fabrics, and prints. Thank you a whole lot for watching. Don't forget that I do custom workout and nutrition plans, and also tailored coaching by myself. No team involved, just me. So guys, once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.